we all doing? It's Jay the Boy in Blue with another mental health podcast. I haven't done one in a few weeks. I think I missed last month. But yeah, Joanne was supposed to be on today. She's a qualified mental health therapist, counsellor as well. But unfortunately, she's poorly. So she's going to be on the next one. But we got some special guests as well. And it's just a general safe place. I've been down that road before myself. Hence why I do this. You know, I speak about my past problems that I faced and stuff. And it's just a safe place where you can come in and talk, get things off your chest, don't bottle things up. You know, it's massive talking. It's the best thing that you can do. And it just makes you feel so much better. So joining me tonight is my blues brother, Nick. How you doing, son?
How are you, Jay?
I'm all right, thanks, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, brother. Nice to be on your stream, man. I haven't done one of these for probably about 3 or 4 months, have I? So, yeah. Good to be on, mate. Good to be on, man.
I'm glad you come on, mate.
Thank you.
And we got Duncan as well. Big Dunk.
Go on, Big D.
Big D. Oh yeah, just a catch. It's been a few weeks since we've done one of these, so you know, I don't know if you guys have gone through anything or anything you want to talk about to get off your chest. Just a general discussion. I've had a couple of bad days, sleeping the best and things like that. Slight little bit of anxiety and stuff, but yeah, I've come through the other side. Nick.
Yeah, man, sorry, I shouldn't swear. Yeah, I've been having an hard time. I've told you, I've been having an hard time for about 7-8 weeks now. I told you a few weeks ago, didn't I? My kind of like mood, my routine of things what keep me mentally well, I stopped doing really. And I was thinking the other day, like, why did I stop doing? So the things what were keeping me mentally well were like going to the gym, eating well, doing my content on YouTube, and going to my meetings as well. And what happened was I stopped going to my meetings. I then really was only going to the gym, coming home, having something to eat about 4:30, and then because I live on my own, I was just like watching stuff on Netflix from, I don't know, say 5:30, 6 o'clock till 11 o'clock at night, and it was every day was just the same, and it just started to get on top of me, and I could feel myself slipping. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man, and it's not good for me, because I turn to other things to kind of get through it. What are not good, the kind of short term fixes, if that makes sense, and then in the long run, I'm like, fuck, how have I got here? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. How the fuck have I got here? But no, the last couple of weeks I've managed to. Last week and a half, 2 weeks really, I went on a couple of little breaks, and just to reset and just to reset really, and chill out, and you know, sort of set a path to what I need to do, what you know, what's important in my life, and so I'm just taking each day as it comes at the moment. So but I'm kind of a little bit back on path. But it has been hard, man. And you know, I'm sure a lot of people just mentioned it on my stream. A lot of people this time of year, when the football season finishes, it's nice to have something to look forward to, isn't it, guys? Do you know what I mean?
It's to focus on, to take your mind off stuff. So like you were saying about going to the gym, you know, it's good because it keeps your mind, and it helps with that positive mindset to kind of get over like certain things. But you know, you've done the Irish thing, mate. You've been speaking about it. You know, that's brilliant, and this is what this is all about, mate. And I always said, you know, like even not doing the podcast, my phone's always on. You know, you've found and stuff, told me, and the same you as well, Duncan. Everybody else as well. You know, we'll try our best to help. But yeah, Joanne will be coming on the next one, so she'll be able to give like some really good advice to help people and stuff as well. Like she's lovely, Joanne. She's just poorly. But yeah, what about you, Duncan? Have you been all right?
I've had up and down things. I mean, I've had some wins and I've had some losses. For some reason, I'm just struggling to go out. I said before we came on here, I just mentioned to you that I went to the shop today to get some milk and I stocked up on milk, but I haven't been out for 6 days. And I don't know, I get stuck in a bit of a rut, but I know I've got to get out a bit more and interact and all that. And why, you know, I mean, I think back in the past and it can be months and months before I get a grip and go out. The winners, my channel's going really well. I started podcasts and I've had some really good people come on there, and I've got some really good ones in the pipeline. So at least I'm busy in that respect. I've been on a diet as well for 6 weeks, and I've lost nearly 3 stone.
Well done, man.
Fair play, mate. Go on.
Yeah, I've had, but I've done it before in my life. I've lost a lot of weight before, but I've had to do a diet where I eat meat, bacon, sausages, steak, eggs, cheese, but I don't eat carbs. And for me, it works a treat, and it falls off me. And I've kept it up for 6 weeks, and I'm in the groove now, so that's a good plus for me.
Good. That's too good.
Yeah.
And obviously, you're focusing on your channel again. You know, it's not going to the gym. It like distracts your mind from the negative things and helps create that negativity into like positivity. So, look, in that respect, that's really good, mate.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm really pleased, and I'm going to keep going and try and get down to my old fighting weight. But we'll see. But I think I've got a good chance of doing that, and I've just got to get on the other side and get out a bit more, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know.
Sorry, do you find like because I go through periods of this where I really isolate, like like when my anxiety gets really bad, I haven't had it for a little while, even through this little bit of a bad patch, but I've had times where I struggle to get fucking out of the house, man. Like it can take me 6 or 7 attempts to get out the house. Like I'll go to walk out the door, and then I think, nah, I'll have another cup of tea, or I'll think I've forgot something, and you know, like I'll aim to get out the house at say 11 o'clock in the morning, and I won't be out of the house till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know if anyone else identifies with that.
Massively. Just I'm even putting the snib up on the door, and I've never really done that. It's almost, but I'm not frightened. I just want to barricade myself in. It's a strange feeling, and I can't put my finger on it at the moment.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah,
that's kind of like social anxiety. That is, Nick. I think like about going out. I went through a phase of that, like in 2014 when it started for me. Like, couldn't even leave my bedroom, let alone go out the front door. I was stuck in my room for weeks. Like, it's mad what your mind can do in it, though. Like, you know, it's the most powerful thing in your body. Like, it operates your body internally, and it's mad how it can control your physical.
I think what doesn't help probably me and Nick so much is, I mean, I live on my own as well, and there's no one to kick your ass, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to kick your own ass. And I'm usually quite good with my personal discipline, but sometimes, you know, I just throw it out the window and it's gone for a couple of weeks, you know. So, you know, but I suppose it's just the way it goes, isn't it?
I have cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Graham.
I have got some stats to read out as well about some mental health stuff. So hopefully this might give people some more knowledge on just how common it is, you know, and like speaking out. You know, there's no harm in speaking out. It's the best thing you're doing it, lads. Like, to be honest, the relief you get from just like talking, it's massive. So, how common are mental health problems? 1 in 4 people experience a mental health problem of some kind each year in England. 1 in 6 people report experiencing a common mental health problem, like anxiety and depression, in any given week in England. A person's diagnosis may change several times during their life. Some complex conditions are measured by how many people will be given this diagnosis over the course of their lifetime or in any given year. So you got like antisocial personality disorder, ASPD, borderline personality disorder, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, self-harm. Suicidal thoughts and self-harm aren't mental health diagnoses, but they are related to mental health over the course of someone's lifetime. So they're like symptoms of different forms of mental health. I went through like a bit of a phase like that, like earlier on, like when it very, very first started, and that's when I found like a last resort. I was doing some research, and I was like, I can't live like this no more. And that was when I done the acupuncture, mate. And honestly, it's the best thing I've ever done. And I'll stand by that for anybody. Like any form of mental health, it's really good for physical stuff as well. Honestly, it's brilliant. Like, you just feel all that negative energy like inside of you, like just being released after like an hour of doing it. Like it's fantastic. So yeah, 1 in 5. Yeah, try it, Nick.
Yeah. I tell you what, I had it for, Jay. I had acupuncture, but I had it for tinnitus. So I've got tinnitus in my left ear. So I had it for that. But I know you can have acupuncture for lots of different things, can't you?
Anxiety, depression. But what they do is when you speak to them, they can tell from your heart rate and stuff and what like treatments to do, and they can like pick a treatment because like there's hundreds of them, like for like physical injuries or like mental problems. So they can tell from like the tone of your voice, in like how you're talking, like they can tell like that you're struggling. They can tell from your pulse rate as well. I mean, I went there like, and I thought I was calm, but my heart rate, my pulse, because I was that like pent up of like panic and anxiety. Like she could tell that my heart was racing, even though I was trying to try and sit still and not fidget and stuff, you know. And it was brilliant. Like, the music they put on, like they put all the scented stuff on, and it's fantastic. But that was the last resort for me, and it worked for me. It was brilliant.
Did you just have one session, or did you go?
No, I have some like even now, like I'm a lot better than I was. It's like I've one like once in a while. Mate, it's something I swear by. Like it's brilliant, lads.
Yeah, I might give that a whirl, mate, because I'll probably go back to where I went to. They're really good. That again, like you said, Jay, they do it for different things, muscle injuries and all sorts. So I think when I went there, I think I paid £60. So yeah, well, in fact, I might make that one of my goals. You all right, Tony? How are you, mate?
Yeah.
Turn the phones on in a minute as well, guys, so you can call in. Sorry, don't.
It's horses for courses as well, isn't it? I mean, I'm just about to interview a chap next week that trains dogs for mental health and the service dogs. And you think, oh, you know, you got your blind dogs and your dogs for PTSD for veterans, but there's dogs that are trained for all types of stuff. There's dogs trained for autism. There's dogs trained for anxiety. And it'd be interesting to see what he says, because I would love a dog, but I can't in this apartment I'm in, because it's a bit too well, it's Solihull and it's middle class, you know, and they don't allow dogs and hares around here. But once I get my act together and one day I do move, whatever it is, I will get a dog, a proper service dog, because I think they're worth the weight in gold. And it'd be interesting to see what this fella says on the podcast I've got booked in for him, you know.
The interesting thing about that though, Dunk, is like you said, you know, like if you're living by yourself, and it's like you have to kind of kick yourself up the arse to try and do it. You've got no one to try and spur you on if you do feel like that. The good thing is with that kind of stuff, one, it's company, and two, they want you to do things with them. So like it's like kind of being that person to force you to, you know, go out for a walk and get a bit of fresh air and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Fair play, Dunk.
It's difficult, man. It's difficult to like. It's difficult some days to motivate yourself to get out that door, man.
I don't know. Yeah.
You know, like even sometimes when I'm traveling well, you know, I'm going to the gym and I'm doing this, I'm doing my meetings and this, that, and the other. Like, there's part of me what just wants to go, oh, fuck this. I'm staying in the house and I'm going to get drunk or I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. Do you know what I mean? So, but that's it's. I mean, I've had me personally, I've had a decent run, but listen, it's a daily battle, man. Trust me.
Yeah.
I don't wake up in the morning bouncing, jumping out of bed like, hey, I can another day. Do you know what I mean? Can't fucking wait. I don't wake up like that. I wake up and I'm like,
who does?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, you know, like I have to go and have a shower straight away, cup of coffee, and like after, I don't know, man. Just sometimes I'm like, whoa, I can't handle this. But yeah, man. Like I say, I think for me personally, I've missed my meetings. So I'll go to self-help meetings, and I haven't been going to them. Do you know what I mean, guys? I've dropped them out. I went to one last night, and I went to one Sunday morning, and again, I felt it's really perked me up. You know, sharing where I'm at, sharing that I've been down, and you know this, that, and the other, and then people are sharing as well about their experience and stuff like that. So that definitely helps me.
Good.
Yeah, you know, it's finding that thing that works for you, isn't it? It's like you just said, Jay, you know, the acupuncture. I mean, you know, if we're on that track and we're trying to look for something that's going to help me as a person, then, and you find that and it helps you to a certain extent, and that's good, isn't it? You know? It's I think it's looking in the mirror as well and telling yourself what's going on as well, because sometimes we hide, don't we? We hide ourselves away from ourselves. Switch off in your brain so you think, right, don't think about what's wrong, don't think about this, don't think about that, and just be a robot and go out throughout the day. But sometimes, we've got to face our demons, haven't we? We have to, because no one else is going to do it for us. You know?
But it's going around telling everyone you're all right when you're not. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You need, for me, I definitely need one person, and I've had it for the last 20 years. I've always had that one person. They call them like mentors, or there's lots of different words for them. Who I can ring anytime, day or night, and they'll pick up the phone. They know what I'm going through, and they're there for me. Do you know what I mean? I think it's really important that everyone's got someone like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And dogs. Someone put in about dogs as well. Tone about his dogs. But like if I get my place. That's the first thing I'm getting is a dog, guys. I think you made a very good point, Duncan, about having a dog. There's so, especially when you're living on your own, there's so much company, and
it's just love as well. You want love and stuff.
Absolutely. Like, I mean, the benefits, and like I said, I can't wait to interview this fella because he's got years of doing this, and I would like to see how he actually goes about training a dog for anxiety and training a dog for PTSD and training a dog for this and that. It'd be fascinating, and I can't wait to speak to him. But yeah, like I've always believed that, but like it depends where you are in your life about having an animal, doesn't it, as well? You know?
Yeah. I'll definitely think about it, Dunk. I mean, even if I can't get a dog when I move to this place, I'll get a cat. I'm more of a dog person, to be honest, but
Yeah.
just like dogs give you a purpose to get up for, because you got to look after them. They're so loving, you know. They're your everything. You're like your dog, everything.
You know, I was
mean,
reading somewhere, researching about the PTSD dogs, and I didn't know this. A dog is the only animal on this planet, apart from us, that a dog can get every single disease and emotion that we get.
Yeah.
No other animal can suffer that. So a dog can have a breakdown. A dog can have depression. A dog can get cancer. A dog can get this. Like I was blown away with that fact, you know. So it just goes to show how much would intertwine with them, you know.
Yeah. And so much that as well, though. I don't get the health benefits as well for it, like in terms of
absolutely, yeah, massively.
Not like so much like your physical stuff. It's more like the mental stuff, because you're getting like you're not like thinking about like, oh, do I go through the door, because you know you've got a dog that's dying to get out the door. So like you're looking at the dog, you're focused on the dog. It's like, right, the dog wants to go for a walk. I'm going to take the dog for a walk. As soon as you open the door, you're getting that nice waft of fresh air.
Yeah.
You're around the block, you know, with the dog. You're focusing on the dog. You're playing with the dog. You know, and all this, it distracts all that negative energy.
Yeah.
Positive, and that's love. You know, and love gets you through anything, mate. It's a well-known fact.
100%.
Yeah, the old cliche that love conquers all, and it is true, but that's where we all fall off the. Not all of us, but a lot of us fall off the wayside because probably we live on our own, or we've had bad experiences, and
that's why we got
getting
this
back on the track.
But that's why we got this, though. You know, the community that we've all created doing this. And this is why I love it, because we're only like a message away, a phone call away. We've got like numbers, like we're all reaching out to each other.
Yeah,
and this is
that's true. Yeah.
You know, it's brilliant. Like, and you know, it should never be a taboo subject. You know, it should be spoken about more. And looking at this now, there's another fact I wanted to read out just quickly. Approximately only 1 in 3 adults with a common mental health problem are currently getting treatment in the form of talking therapies, medication, or both. So that's not even half. That's not even half of the people that are suffering. You know, that's not even 1.5.
Yeah.
It's below half. So showing people that, you know, I ain't afraid to speak how I've been, and you know, the things that I've gone through on and off. And you know, the whole point of this is it's a safe place. We don't judge. We're there for one another, and you just ring and have a chat and see what we can do. Like, you know, it's that's the kind of community that we want to create.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys, do you want me to turn the phones on?
Yeah, crack on, mate.
Yeah, crack on. Yeah.
I'll turn the phones on now, guys. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about, lads?
Someone put in the comments about, like, you know, the obvious about the football season finishing and the football season finishing and people's mental health dipping. I know I definitely suffer from that, and I know my other 2 pals who will go the Blues with do as well. So I spoke to both of them. Well, I spoke to all 3 of them. I go the Blues with. And 2 of them are definitely struggling with their mental health. So yeah, it's quite common this time of year.
Well, it's kind of like that seasonal.
Yeah.
You get as well, like with the weather and stuff. That's actually a thing, that is, you know.
Yeah.
Hello,
it's Lee Burke. How are you, right?
How you doing, Lee, mate?
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Are you all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you very much for calling. It's fantastic.
Yeah, well done, mate. Yeah. Can you hear Nick okay as well?
I can hear Nick okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Lee. How are you, mate?
you, mate.
Hey,
Hope you get better soon.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Thank you.
we're all here for him, mate. Hey,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, Nick. Go on,
Sorry,
mate.
what's the crack with you then, Lee? How are you feeling, mate?
I'm doing very well. I
Good.
take my medication every day. I'm doing well. Go out every day.
Good.
Good for you, mate.
That's massive, mate, going out and stuff, and obviously like speaking about it as well to us, mate. Good on you, man. Have you still been doing your drawings?
Yeah,
Focusing on stuff and taking your mind off it, mate.
yeah.
Good on you.
We're still waiting for a new manager, West Brom.
Oh yeah, I forgot Mowbray. Yeah, got sacked, didn't he?
You want Tom Fellows, don't you? He's 20 million Tom Fellows.
What do you reckon about Tom Fellows, lads?
Mate, I'd snap him up all day long. I seen him in the gym, Jay. Did I say? I just on a stream. I seen him in the gym. He goes to my gym. I didn't even know it was him. My pal, my mate's nephew pointed him out. He said that's that West Brom player there. And I turned round and because he looks so. I mean, he just looks like a normal guy. Do you know what I mean? He was just in shorts. And he had TF on his shorts. He's from Solihull. He's a blue nose as well. Good player, isn't he, Lee?
He is a good player,
Yeah.
You also Ian Garner as well. Ian Garner's been released by West Brom today.
That's it.
On a free.
Interesting.
So what do you Emu Games has put here about obviously our routines are going to change now, so our Saturdays are going to be kind of I need to do something on a Saturday. So do you do anything, Lee, on a Saturday now, or any of you guys?
Go out with your mum.
Go and see your mum.
My mum, Warmley Club. In Warmley Club.
Oh, fair play.
I'm going there this Friday, the Warmley Club.
Yeah.
Play reggae. Have a band on.
That's it, mate. It's
Yeah.
Same again. It's getting out and that in it as well, though, mate. And like spending time as well with family and stuff as well. That's massive, mate.
No,
Yeah.
my mum lives on the Vale, Castle Vale. My mum does. I don't live too far from there. I live in Erdington.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Villa Country.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
They're Worcester, they are, like Nick said.
Yeah,
Laughing when he
Worcester
said
and Tamworth, innit?
Worcester.
The Cosmopolitan,
Oh,
6
right.
Brigade.
Couldn't get my breath to put that in.
Every week.
Cheers for ringing in, Lee, mate.
Yeah, Lee, brilliant, mate. Brilliant.
Love you, mate. So
See you
proud of
soon.
you, mate.
Bye.
See you later, mate.
Bye. Blue Shadows put she's at the hospital looking after a good friend of ours. So is that Steve?
Yeah, can we all get a nice message to Steve if he's watching this as well? We love you, Steve, mate, and get well soon.
Yeah, come on, Steve.
Yeah,
Steve,
yeah.
Steve,
Get yourself out of that bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah, I know it's one Blue Shadow. Fair play. It's lovely, that is.
Big Tone.
Hello, mate.
How you doing, stranger?
Yay.
Big T.
Mate, you're sounding really good spirits.
I've had a cracking day today.
Oh, superb, mate. Superb.
Brilliant.
Tell straight away, well, the tone of your voice, he's in a good place. No, that's brilliant, mate, that is, honestly.
I'm tired. I'm agreeing with Duncan, me knowing, because I've had dogs all my life, but the last two I had, it's only the way I dealt with it. Was my first one was Blue, the big one, who was battered and starved and all that. So I think everyone knows the story. But what I did with him, because I didn't think I'd have a Blue, but he behind the fucking bar there. I can hear all the breathing.
Oh, me? Is he on about me?
I didn't know how to.
I thought it was going to be Darth Vader.
So what I did was read up on this breed, which was a deerhound.
Yeah.
Mm.
In my way of dealing with things, I looked at him and thought, and I could remember doing people thought I was mad. I said to myself, "Hang him. He's got PTSD the same as me. He's got injuries the same."
Yeah, massively.
Together. And that's what it is. And I taught him different things. Obviously, put a lot of weight back on because when I got him, he was 3 kilos.
Yeah.
And he should have been 37. That's how starving he was. And we're slowly getting back up to there. But in the end, things like when my back was really bad, I'd leave his, what do you call it, your grab vest on the dog, and he'd back in and pull me up. He just fucking knew what to do.
Crazy, isn't it?
And I'll tell you, I was listening to it earlier about dogs with love. I still think about it now because I've lost the both of them. But there was a guy went down to the cafe in Corwin, and there was a guy outside the cafe, and I said, "Can you just hold Blue a sec? I've just got to go across to the paper shop or something." And I was going about 2 minutes, and all I seen across the road was a big deerhound wagging his tail and his arse, just pleased to see me. And I still remember that to this day now. And I still, because his pictures are all over the place, you know, and I don't know, that's so fucking good.
Yeah, they're just full of love, in them, mate.
They are.
They're just full of love, aren't they?
Yeah, we walked everywhere. I mean, I've probably done thousands and thousands of fucking miles round here because so many walks and down the river, swimming in the river, walking back, you know. This is before I went back to golf and whatever. Now I've got my golf painting and different stuff. And at the moment, 4 weeks ago, I decided to decorate my kitchen, and I'm doing the fucking whole flat.
He's doing the lot.
Fucking hell. But you know what I said to myself? And I'm not being morbid. I thought, right, now it's the last major fucking thing you're going to do with a flat. So I'm actually building wardrobes and fucking stuff, and it's tiring, but I'm fucking loving it. I can still do it.
Well done.
By trade and inventing stuff for me.
Yeah.
If you go in my flat, my bed is about 4.5 foot off the floor because of my back, so I don't have to get down.
Get down so low.
Yeah, I've built a box below it to put the mattress on. So and like, you know, and different things like that. I've done all the shower out. I mean, it's still a tip at the moment. But you know what the problem's been?
What's that, mate?
Because I'm decorating, I've roughly counted, I've had to take down 926 fucking paintings.
Fucking hell.
Walls, doors.
I'm laughing at Nick.
What, do you live in a mansion?
Just them down. Fucking
Oh,
wow.
You live in Buckingham Palace, don't you, Tom?
right?
Would you live in Buckingham Palace by the sounds of it?
I'll tell you what I live in. It's called a flat, but it's like a bungalow. It's a bottom bungalow.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's huge. The living room's huge. One of the bedrooms now, I've converted that. You know, it used to be my art room and gym. I took all the art stuff out, which was a big fucking job. But now I walk in, it's like a proper gym.
Yeah.
Fucking loads of space. I can do everything. I bought myself for once a proper fucking bracket to hold my boxing bag on.
Yeah.
Still not finished, but I'm getting there now.
good.
Oh, fair play, mate.
Yeah.
I like messing about like that, you know.
Yeah, but it's good for your mind as well, though, isn't it? Town.
Yeah.
You're keeping busy again, you know. It's good. It's distracting those negative thoughts and like putting something that's going to be like productive in the long run. You know, you're doing your flat out and stuff and things like that.
Yeah, well, I listened to you at the start, and you were saying 2 or 3 of you go off track and you forget. Everyone does that.
Yeah.
Now, I've got so many things to turn back on: art, writing, golf, fucking everything. But I still forget sometimes, and I say I want my walkabouts, And that's the change. But I always come back to that track. And then I get the right, come on. I mean, this week, I've little things because I've got a poem which I'll read in a minute, a short one about mental health.
Yeah.
But I went down to Riffin, to the woodyard, and there's a kid who was serving me. We weren't handing nothing, and I wanted 2 84 sheets of plywood. And I said, can you cut for me at certain sizes to get them in the... Yeah, and he started talking, and he goes, Summit. Oh, he looked. I've got my cap on and my shirt with all my paintings on. Oh, what's all them? And I told him got art therapy. And he mentioned his wife had PTSD. And okay, well, I'm coming back down in a bit. So I went back down. I'll give him free PTSD books and different. He was over the moon.
Oh, fair play.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah.
You know, it made me feel fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I suppose with a lot of people on here, and I'm not being fucking big-headed, I'm 70, so I've had a lot more fucking years of it.
Yeah.
A lot of this shit. And when I was younger, you never got anything, did you? You couldn't get nothing.
Yeah. Probably even more of a taboo subject then as well, though, weren't it, Town?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Duncan mentioned about the sirens and that going off and stuff. Didn't you, Duncan?
Yeah, I remember that.
Crazy. Like, and all the mums got all their kids and they locked them in the house because it was almost a madman was on the loose, but it wasn't really. But that's what the government was conforming you to think like, you know?
Yeah.
Mental asylums, yeah.
I've had, I think it was about 18 months ago now, where I was on the golf course, and it's quite hilly, and I'm proud of myself walking around there because it's a fucking hard walk, you know. But I started feeling a bit ill, and the players went up to tee, and I just relaxed. And you know, when you tell people what you go through, some of them just don't listen, do they?
No.
It's quite funny because when I call it a blackout. I'm on the floor. I can hear everything going on, but I just can't move and I can't see anything. But I heard these guys fucking running all the way up the fairway with a defibrillator. And I'm in my head trying to scream at these guys, if you I'll fucking kill you. The funny side is, I eventually woke and they got me up, and 4 of them were absolutely fucked because they run up the fairway and they're all old guys, and I was just laughing at them.
We saw Big Town, didn't we, Nick?
Yeah.
On the other end of one of them punches, would you, mate?
Nah, mate. Tom, would you think of getting a dog again, or have you called it quits now in terms of dogs?
I've been thinking about it, but with my problem, I mean, another good thing that happened to me, and I'll answer that when I've said this. I've got new neighbours upstairs now, 2 girls. And I'll tell you what, they're young, they've been fucking fantastic. Even the noises make it like people there, if you know what I mean. It's not just me. And then they've got 2 little dogs. So when I go shopping, I buy them treats and I just put them up on the landing. But they've even cooked me a meal. I've been up and done some stuff for them. It's just having company again.
Yeah.
They check up on me, you know.
Oh, that's good.
So that's another good thing. But going back, they keep saying, well, why don't you, because they were here when Emma was alive, are you going to get another dog? And I said, well, I might in the future, but not at the moment, because I don't want a new puppy. I don't want a dog that's fine. I want a dog that I want to rescue a dog.
Rescue a dog,
Yeah.
It's a little bit older.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily. You get puppies and that from
Yeah. Well, I mean, Emma was, when she died, I got her when she was 3.5. She had us Blue. I had Blue 15 years, and they told me a deerhound will only last about 10 years. He had a fucking great, well, they both had a great life. because I had my van then, driving around Wales and painting and different stuff. But
rescue dogs are good at like in that sense as well, because they're kind of going through something similar to you as well, ain't they? Like in a dog form, and like you're kind of like going through your problems and that together, and like you're doing a good deed, like by giving a dog a better life. The dogs, I mean, going to be helping you as well, like mentally and physically.
When my mate said at the cafe, "You ought to get yourself a dog," well, I got him, and then he phoned me up and he said, "Oh, you got a dog?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "When are you going to bring him down?" I said, "When he's fucking fit and when he can walk." Because I used to walk down to Corwin, which was like a 5-mile round trip. I used to do exercise, and it took me about 6 months. But when I took him, he just looked Jesus. And I showed him the pictures of when I had him. He said, "How the fuck you done that?" I said, "I don't know. It's been mainly guesswork." But that was the part that was keeping me going, learning about what they eat, what they shouldn't have, and what they should be doing, how he runs, because my little one could run forever. Blue could run at 43 miles an hour, but he could only do it for like 150 yards. Then you're not supposed to walk them too far, and it's a lot to learn, but that kept me going, took my mind off me, if you know what I mean.
Would you recommend Duncan and Nick getting a dog?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And I would, me personally, I'd say go and get a rescue dog. You'll get more out of them, I'll tell you now, and you'll receive more back.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But, you'll feel better for it because you know that you've rescued him.
Yeah, my dad's always had rescue dogs. He always goes and rescues them and stuff. And it's a good deed as well. Like, you're trying to give a dog that's had a traumatic upbringing most of the time, and you're trying to give them as much love as possible. And like suffering like with your own stuff, you kind of like I mentioned earlier, you're growing, you're forming that companionship, and you're sharing it out, and you help him on another. And
I mean, as I say, I'd hate to count up the thousands of fucking miles we used to walk. And remember, when I first moved in here, they said you'll never walk properly again. I was on sticks. My back was gone, my knee was gone, and I fucked them on fucking do it. I'm a big man. They tell me I can't do it, I'll go and fucking do it, won't I? And like him, Blue couldn't walk at all. My first Christmas with him, we had 14 inches of snow, and I had to get up. I ripped an old sheet up to grab his legs at the back. I took my stick away. I only had my one stick. I walked across the road in the snow to a field, and I tell you what, both of us fell over about 50 fucking times. But it was the day I got close to him.
Yeah.
We were both doing it. And then I knew what I had to do. And within 2 months he was walking. Then he got running, and I couldn't believe how fast he ran in the end. And it just filled me with pride. And I think I've told you the story anyway. 14 months later, the vet phoned me and said, "We've got the perfect dog," because I wanted another one. And I didn't know. When I went, I took Blue, and this Emma, well, her name was Emily there, had been took to the house where I rescued Blue 2 weeks before I got Blue. So they were back together after 14 months. So what a fucking story that is, I tell you. And I felt great because they idolised each other, I'm not morbid about them. I've got the paintings everywhere. Paint them and draw them and do what I want. But done nothing but good for me. But maybe I don't like another dog, I don't know.
There you go, boys. Dunk, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I mean, I say that we're not allowed dogs and we're not, but I will say the woman across the road, across the way's got a dog, and the person above me's got a dog, so maybe I should be a rebel and break the rules as well.
Yeah. I'd go for it, don't quiet. I'm getting one as soon as I get that
Yeah.
gaff. I'm telling you now.
Like,
You know
and
what
I've always said this as well. I mean, a dog's love is,
Yeah.
it's like the
It's
old joke.
unconditional.
You get your wife and a dog, and you lock them both in your boot and drive around for an hour, and then open the boot and see which one's happy to see you. So there you go. It's a
Yeah,
winner,
yeah.
isn't it?
Fucking true, that, isn't it?
The other thing, Tom,
Yes, mate.
I'm sure you could get a letter to say that you've got PTSD
A
and you want
service dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to help you with that. And I don't think councils, because they couldn't stop me having a dog here because of that.
Yeah.
So I was told I couldn't have dogs, but I just thought, fuck it, I got PTSD. The doctor put it down there, and they couldn't stop me.
Yeah.
So all I said to them then, well, if you're going to kick me out, find me a fucking place where I can have dogs.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah,
shouldn't. But
Yeah.
maybe that's an answer. I don't know.
But I mean,
But like,
you've been doing a lot of research on dogs, haven't you, Duncan? Like,
Yeah,
What-
massive. Yeah.
in a dog and stuff, like, for like veterans in particular as well and stuff, and what
Yeah.
they've gone through and
Yeah, huge. There's so many organisations out there, and also there's so many charities that will fund a service dog. And as I say, not just a PTSD dog, but anxiety, and there's dogs for special needs, there's dogs for autism. And it's funny looking at the breeds of dogs as well. I mean, because everyone thinks, Labrador and Alsatians for tasking dogs, but some dogs are very specific for autism or whatever, and it's good to look. And it'd be so interesting to get this podcast up and running with this fella that trains them, because I want to know about it.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I would never have thought about getting dogs in there, because my big one was a deerhound, but that's like the greyhound family, but bigger. And I'll tell you what, I would never have thought about getting a greyhound or that type of dog, but they were fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So, I think as well, in certain people's conditions, if you see a dog that's been hurt or, is in a and it needs rescuing, I couldn't give a shit what breed he was.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, if you know the dog and he ain't going to bite, and you can tell, give them love and they'll fucking give you.
Staffies as well. Do you like Staffies, Tone? Steve's
all
put right stuff. Yeah, love Staffies.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of Staffies I have.
These two upstairs have got two little Staffies, but but they've like paid 500 and fucking something pound for them, and
No, I wouldn't pay that.
that bites my gut a bit, because I think, why didn't you just fucking rescue someone?
Yeah,
I wouldn't pay that.
Tone,
Yeah.
just one thing I want to ask, mate, because obviously, like, you've been here from the start, haven't you? Like, doing this, and there's 24 people that are watching, and like, I'm not sure if some people are going through stuff, or like, just to encourage. Yeah, this is not a platform where we judge and stuff. It's a safe place. Like, from your experience, what's it done for you? Like, and like a message to the people that are watching the podcast and stuff.
What, this show?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Everything to me, because it gave me something to look forward to. Because you used to do it mainly on a Thursday or a Tuesday, or I forgot what it was. And I used to go to golf and think, I'm going on that show tonight. Once you phone in, and once I got the bollocks to phone in, I wanted to phone in all the time then, because I'm on my own, and so it was like having someone in your living room and talking to them, and being there all night. Yeah. And then I was going to write, I got to apologise to Lee Burke, because I was going to write him a poem. He asked me to last time, but I've been busy. I've wrote one for this, and it's short one, but I told Rebirth to phone, and I flew Shadow as well, I think, and a few others.
I remember.
And it gives me the strength then when they phoned him, and then they keep phoning him.
Yeah.
Well, good again, aren't you? So you can pass it on.
Yeah.
And probably at my age, 70, I feel like now, I've realised now, I'm never going to get rid of this. It's with me. It's how I control it now.
Managing. Yeah, that is the main thing.
It has took me so long because in my day, like I say, and don't stay probably, we never got that help. And I've written a poem about going to people, and I can remember going to 10 counsellors, and I have to sit there and I said, you know what? If you look at your fucking watch one more fucking time, I'm just going. I kept going to different counsellors, and then I got this girl, she was brilliant, Polish girl, I think I've said it before. I could tell she'd been through something, she never told me, but she was the one that said to me, well, I know you're an artist, next time you come in, bring some stuff in, and if you can't talk about it, paint it or draw it. And that for me, that's when I formed my art therapy, and I started teaching it in the end, because I bought books on it, American art therapy, studied it, and it's a long story, but you've got to keep going and get the right counsellor, because they can't cure you, they can push you in the right direction. You that's going to cure yourself, or not cure yourself, but control it.
Speaking of,
I'm happy with it now. But I know how to fucking control it now.
Yeah, the best doctor is yourself. I've always believed in this. The best doctor is yourself, and it's your coping mechanisms. And the more you use, the more that you'll find what works for you.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, one of my mechanisms was to go into my art room and remember I'm in a mood, I'm swinging, I'm swearing, I'm like suicidal. But I decided I always kept a board on the wall, and I just roughly painted the two blokes that fucking abused me. And then I thought, and I got a fucking tub of acrylic, and sometimes I'd just fuck it straight at them, and then I'd push paint all over them. And that was my way of pushing them back. And it helped me.
Yeah. That's what...
It fucked me room up.
I've done something like that as well, Town. Like when I went to see a counsellor the first time before the acupuncture, and it was like the best way I can describe it. I mean, I've never been in the army, like in the armed forces, but like when you're going off like films and stuff, like how it kind of portrays, like, you know, when like an explosion goes off and they've got like, that whistling in their ears, and like it's like blurred vision and like everything's really foggy. Like that was how it was when I went to like the counsellor the first time, because I was just like, I didn't even know who I was. Like I was lost in my own head, and like honestly, like looking back now, I was a complete like mess. Like I couldn't hold a conversation. I couldn't be around anybody. You know, like I said, I was in my room. But then after I'd done the acupuncture, like it kind of like cleared my headspace.
Yeah.
I wanted to like further do more, so I went to see a counsellor again. And one of the best things that she done was she told me to, similar to what you was on about, like with the painting stuff and like crossing things out. Like I used to sit at the table at night and I used to write down all the things that I was thinking about, like before bed. And I go, right, do I need to worry about this, yes or no? And that was kind of like helping me. So like I was thinking about like all the negative thoughts and I was crossing them out.
Yes.
And it was like, I was trying to like, when I was talking to the counsellor, like, she was saying what you're doing is you're recoaching your brain. You're like self-helping yourself.
Well, the saying goes, in the morning when I wake up, I've got paintings on my ceiling directly above me, and there's stories about good times, you know, what I've done with the dog and stuff. So I can wake up, look at them, and get rid of anything.
Yeah.
And then I meditate. I took up Tai Chi. I've took up different stuff. The more you do, the better. I mean,
Yeah,
today,
keep him busy. Yeah.
I went to golf today, and I play quite well, but today I've had the best day of golf I think I've ever had in my life. I just done, it was so easy, I was relaxed, nothing hurting, and one shot in a bunker which was tucked up behind a lip, and some kid said, "You ain't going to fucking get that out." And it was a challenge, and I got it out, and it went on the green about 8 foot away, and I sunk the putt for a par, and he said, "Fucking hell, a professional couldn't do that." And I just looked at oh. And I said, "Well, tell him to come to me, I'll give him a fucking lesson." But,
Tony,
yeah.
Tony, before you go, or I want to get this out there. I haven't forgot about you doing a podcast. I still want to do it. The last time I asked her, you wasn't in a very good place, if you don't mind me saying. But if you're in a good spot at the moment, just send me a message, a little message, and I'll crack on and do it. And
The only thing, Doc, is I still find it hard to talk about army stuff because my main focus is on the abuse I had. If you know
you
what I
don't
mean.
have to talk about the army, bruv. It's not just about that. I mean, I'll talk about anything you want. Or I should say, you talk about anything you want.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that, mate. I'm happy to do that.
That'll be really good. That will.
Yeah.
You know what I worry about with it? You know what I worry about with the army stuff is because my mind ain't right. I'll probably remember things fucking wrong, but I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, we're okay. Yeah, you're cool. You're cool, mate. Look, just we'll do it, and you can just start from when you was a kid, and we can stop whenever you want. We can have a break, and you can just say what you see.
I'm happy to do that, mate.
Yeah, man, it'd be fantastic, and it'd be good for you. It'd be good for me, and it'd be good for all the viewers.
Definitely.
Can I finish off now? I'll just read this poem out.
Yeah.
No worries, mate. Yeah,
bruv.
I don't know. And it's called Who Am I Now? Right, here we go. From the ashes of turbulent childhood, where the hidden monsters exist, to the man now in his twilight days, the knives still turning. The horrors are still embedded under cover and in their place, just waiting for their weakness so they can show their face. The physical hurt is now over, but it has left a mental curse. I cope with the pain I suffered, but the nightmares in my mind are worse. I try to keep my guard up, look forward with a positive stride, avoiding confrontation and the pits where the devils hide. A portion of life is just normal, most of it controlled and planned. But when the mayhem becomes mayhem, people don't understand. Life does not make sense anymore. Logic is tossed in the bin. I somehow have to find a way to silence the voice from within. But I just keep on fighting, withstanding, giving in. I won't let them see them hurt me. I bite, kick and scratch until I win. The battles take their toll on me, emotions so hard to show, and describing the shame I feel, you won't understand, I know. I lost all my family, friends, shunned me and left. The chance to show me loyalty, they failed to pass the. But I am still here at 70, far from a broken man. I just need my walkabout time, my path back to following the plan. Yes, I sometimes act so strange, sometimes I do seem odd. But who has the right to tell me I'm wrong? The answer is my God. These days, there is lots of more happy, but you have to think things through. Inhale the good, spit out the bad, and in the end, Saviour is you. These people can only guide you, or you can give them the clues. Nobody's problems are the same. They have not walked in your shoes. Just keep on top of it, be able to listen and learn, and one day a gate will open, a path to always return. I am not ashamed to be mad. My madness always on call. And if someone can't understand, well, so what? Fuck them all.
Yeah,
well done,
fantastic, bro. Fantastic.
I like how he like you put a lot of hint of blues at the end as well.
Yeah, I know. Fuck them all.
Oh, let's get a bit of that in.
Love it, Town.
I'll tell you what I've
Fair
done
play,
today,
mate.
though. What I love today, going into the car park at the golf club and saying, "You had the fucking do Bruiser fucking signed it." I said, "It's Japanese International, the kid from Peterborough. I've heard a rumour as well that after Jesus from Arsenal, fucking unbelievable." But I only do it to wind them up anyway.
Fuck them all, Town.
Yeah, well, anyway, let someone else get on. I've been on too long now.
Cheers, Tone. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, bro.
Cheers, Tom.
Yeah, cheers for ringing in, Town.
Mate. I love it. So, you know, see you
I'm
even
on a stream, mate.
what this does for
I'm
me.
on yeah, I'm ready back. Purple.
This has helped me even more. So, my message is, well, that pre-season, shit on the fucking Villa, fuck the Blues, fuck them all, and Birmingham's blue.
Yeah.
It certainly is.
And Man City are 2-0 up, Tom.
Who?
Man City are beating Bournemouth 2-0, so that means Villa are out the top 5 as it stands.
Oh,
That's a bit good news, but I couldn't give a fuck about the Premiership anyway.
yeah, true.
No, but we don't want Villa in that Champions League next season.
Man.
Yeah.
We don't want them in that Champions League next season, mate. I'm telling you.
Don't want them in Europe either.
No. Don't want them nowhere near Europe.
Unless there's a war.
Right, Town. Yeah. Cheers for ringing in,
Keep
mate.
up the good work.
Cheers,
Love
mate.
you all.
Yeah.
Nice one, Tony.
Cheers, Tone.
Yeah, mate.
Cheers, brother.
Bye.
Class in Town.
Yeah, man.
Fair play. We sounded in good spirits, now, didn't they?
Yeah, it did sound in good spirits. And that's what I say. So it's ups and downs, man. Do you know what I mean?
Hello.
Probably that time.
Hello.
Hello, Jay.
How you doing, Colin?
Well, you can't.
Hello, Colin.
Hello, Duncan.
Hello, bruv.
Well, you might.
Who am I talking to at the moment? So I can't see much.
Talking to all of us.
Oh,
Yeah, we can all hear you, mate. Are you all right?
I've been struggling a bit lately.
Yeah.
As you know, Jay, I told you about I've got schizophrenia,
Yeah.
and I'm struggling with it at the moment.
Have you like spoken to anybody like as regards to when we spoke before? Have you been to the doctors or have you spoke to like any friends or family or?
I've spoken to my social worker.
Yeah.
He said to me, because you're by yourself and you don't go out, you are going to get depressed. He said, go and have an exercise, have a walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Walking's massive, mate. Helps. It helps you
Anyway.
like, get rid of that negativity and
They said, I've got, they didn't have gospel, but they advised me to go and support in accommodation.
yeah.
So,
And how do you feel about that, Colin, doing that?
I'm up for it. I'm up for it.
That's good.
At least I can, because in this support accommodation, I've been told they've got like a laundry room, got a little cat, a gardening thing, but you can do gardening.
Yeah.
And there's other things there, activities there as well, like bingo, and
That's it, mate.
I think it's sent me down to the ground. So
Yeah. Keeping yourself busy as well, mate. It'll take your mind off things as well.
yeah, I've been in this flat 22 years now.
Yeah.
Colin, where do you live, bruv?
Where do I live?
Yeah,
Chelmsley Wood.
Chalmo, yeah. So where would this place be? Have you got a list, or you've been told, or?
I've already been to see it months ago. It's Marston Green.
Oh yeah.
It's a place called Brunswick House.
Yeah.
Brunswick House. Chelmsford Wood. Not Chelmsford Wood, Marston Green.
Yeah.
I still say Chelmsford Wood because people still say Chelmsford Wood, but
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah.
but I'm still. I know it sounds mad. What my partner died 2 years ago, and I'm still struggling with that as well.
Yeah,
Of course you're going to be.
yeah, definitely.
And I'm sorry about that as well.
Sorry to hear that, mate.
I don't think it ever goes away. You just have to manage it in the best way possible, and it's not up to me or to anyone else to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
All I can say is you've got to manage it somehow, bruv.
But I mean, you've done one big thing. You spoke about it. You told us about it. Massive,
massively.
mate. That's massive.
And another thing, benefits. On about cutting benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm a bit worried about it as well.
Yeah, I understand. I do, and sometimes you've got to get for the woods and come into a clearing and get some something in your head that's a bit better than what you're hearing. Do you watch the mainstream TV, Colin?
All I really watch is that sounds mad. Is YouTube and the blues all day.
Yeah, I do, mate. I watch the YouTube. I don't really watch the mainstream because I found that was affecting me more than I realised. Because there's a lot of negativity and a lot of doom and gloom. But with the benefits, we can only rock and roll with what this government's doing at the moment, and just keep your head down and maybe access some charities and get some backup if the worst comes to the worst, where you can lean on them to put in referral letters to say that you don't have your benefits taken. I mean, there is people out there that can do that. And if you ever need any help, Colin, with letter writing or anything like that, my spelling's not too good, but my overall putting together letters, I would like to think it's very good. So if you ever need any help with doing that, then give Jay or Nick or myself a shout and point them over to me, and I'll try and give you a hand, bruv.
Oh, thanks for that, Dunk.
Oh, thank you, Duncan. That's really nice of you, mate.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about, it's not what you know, it's who you know, innit? And sometimes, yeah, of course it is. Yeah, I mean, if we don't do that, then what have we got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you on Facebook or anything, Cole? Because you could join the Blues Brothers group with me and Nick and everybody.
I was on Facebook, Jay, but I kept on getting paranoid. I kept everything else getting axed.
Yeah.
I was getting paranoid all the time.
Yeah.
But I said to my nephew, I said, once the pre-season friendlies come, I will be going to a couple of games.
Oh, superb. Good to see you as well, Tom.
I've seen Nick, because I love Nick's channel as well.
Yeah.
But I can't participate in it because I don't know how to type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to do it.
I will do the video.
Type them like a comments.
Yeah, on the live chat, you mean?
Yeah, it's like, but I always watch Nick's channel. Always watch it.
Yeah, he's sounding in Nick.
Yeah, so watch it on the TV, do you, Cole?
It comes on my phone, then I watch it on tele.
Yeah. Okay, because I mean, if you're struggling with that, we can meet up, because I'd go back 2 years and I didn't have a clue about things like that, and I can't believe, I have to pinch myself that I run my own channel now, and yet I didn't know how to type onto a YouTube channel, and it's just perseverance and also just sitting down and working it out. And if you ever want any help with that, I can give you a hand, bruv.
Fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
We'll have to swap things. What I'll do is, Nick's got my number. Jay's got my number. If you want to liaise with him, and then he can pass my details on to you. I mean, like I'm only over in Solihull way, Shirley, so we can always meet up, have a coffee or something, mate.
Yeah.
You know, and bring your phone and we'll knock it all out.
There you go,
you
mate.
know?
How's that sound, Carl?
Sounds great.
There you go.
Yeah, you know, because if you can get on the channel to Nick's channel and to Jay's and comment, that'd be amazing, because I'll be the first one to go, yeah, you're here, you know?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I've never been well educated because I was diagnosed with autism.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, when I was a child. But that developed into schizophrenia, and part of that, I get psychotic hallucinations.
Yeah.
I never see things. I've never saw things any time, but I hear things right now.
Yeah, hear things, yeah.
And if we can beat that at the moment, because that's what I'm hearing at the moment.
Yeah. What? Okay, how do you deal with that, Colin? Like, is there like certain strategies that you try and not distract yourself from that, or like?
I put music on when at full blast as loud as I can hear it, because the neighbours.
Yeah.
I mean, the music is my life. But two things in my life: music, and it's all types of music, any music, and Birmingham City.
Yeah. And that tends to help it more.
I can be a boy in 3
Make
months.
it easier. Well, again, it's, you know, it all goes back to like doing things that you enjoy and distracting your mind. If that's working for you, Colin, then good on you, mate.
Yeah.
What?
Anyway, been nice talking to you, lads.
And you, mate. Do you feel better
And
ringing
you, Cole.
speaking to us?
Yeah, I do feel better. I sort of got off my chest, really.
Good. Joanne will be on the next one as well, mate. So that'll be good for you to speak to Joanne as well. She'll be able to give you like some proper professional advice as well. Yeah. To speak to Joanne as well on the next one. But yeah, cheers for ringing in, Colin, mate. It's always a pleasure, mate.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jay.
Cole. Thank you very much. Yeah, like, and I mean what I say. We'll meet up and you know, we can set something up and we can go from there, brother.
Okay, thank you, Duncan.
Real.
Love you, Colin.
Thank you, all three of you.
Keep right on, mate.
Cheers, Cole.
Bye.
See you later, mate.
Bye.
It's been good, isn't it? The calls that we've had and stuff, and like, I mean, there's 27 people watching now. It's just, you know, it's massive, isn't it, Duncan? And like you speak about and get things off your chest and that.
I think if we can just, this is the most honest that we've all ever been together. You know, I mean, there's no hang-ups, there's no nothing. It's just honesty, and you know, I think more so than ever before, we live in funny times.
Yeah,
and
this is like a space. I wanted to create like a safe space. And
yeah, massive. Yeah. You know, I mean,
good for you to help.
Yeah.
Share stories, experiences, and that. And you know, I mean, we're still going through things now. It's like you, Nick, and Tom was saying. You know, it's something that'll never go away. It's how you kind of like craft your brain to deal with it and stuff, and like having things that you enjoy. It's like me. I like making videos. Like I'll spend hours like editing and stuff. I enjoy it because it takes my mind off stuff.
Yeah.
I've had a crap day at work, or just a crap day in general. You know, it proper like I enjoy making videos because I want people to enjoy them. Like I want people to watch my videos like I'm a mate, rather than someone that's just making videos. Like, do you know what I mean? And checking in on them and stuff, and like doing the mental health stuff as well. You know, I love doing this because, you know, all I want to do is help and try my best to. And it's just a safe place, you know. Like, we've met doing this and stuff. talk all the time, don't we, Dunk?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, and like you got to look at things and realise. Do you know? It makes me frustrated that I look around and I hear things and I speak to people and that, and I get frustrated because I can see them suffering,
Mm.
and there's not a lot I can do about it. And if they're younger than me, it's almost as if I feel for them because they've got to go through the mill to come out the other side. You know what I mean? And I like my heart goes out to people like that, and it really does, you know. And because I know they've got to go there to come back.
Yeah.
And I feel quite privileged that I've been there and come back. I'm
Yeah.
not better, but I'm
Yes.
a lot better. And I feel a bit frustrated that I can't do more.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah, I agree with that, mate.
it just makes me a little bit sad. You know, I mean, like the podcasts I've been doing with certain people, they've been eye openers because I thought I knew all three people, and I don't actually, and I didn't actually realise they're demons, and
Yeah.
I just feel my heart goes out to them. My heart goes out to anyone, really. You
It's
know,
mad having it, like, you know, like there's that much like different types and forms of like mental health and like how it affects people differently, and it blows my mind, like because when I was going through it, like I was in denial, like in the first stage, and like when your GP's like sitting you down and telling you that you know, because I was adamant, I was physically ill. Like, I've said this loads of times, you know, like when I get like anxious, I get like a lot of physical symptoms. I get like nauseous, dizziness, sweats and stuff, like, you know, like I feel sick a lot, and you know, a bad belly, lack of sleep, you know, there's all sorts, loss of appetite, and that's the kind of things that I was getting. But because I never experienced it before, I was adamant that when I saw the doctor, like I was like physically ill, and like when they was talking to me and I just weren't there, like in the present, they knew straight away that I was like having panic attacks and I was anxious and stuff. And it's mad, like, and then when I finally like accepted it, it's like I am. It's just mad. It affects you, like, and like it's like realizing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so, and it's a big realization as well, because my mum's got some mental health, and she's 82, but she won't admit it. She won't talk about it, because she comes from a generation where if you did, you was locked up, and it's a shame because she probably could have had a better life if she could have admitted it, and also the powers that be, because it's only been about the last 30 years where it's out in the open a lot more. I mean, Tony said something about back in the day, and you know, and doing my own podcasts. I have a friend of mine who was in a massive gun battle, massive. And the next day he went out on patrol. There was no, oh, you'll be all right, you know. All the sergeant major did was throw him a case of beer on the night, 24 cans. And he got through most of them, went to sleep, got up, went out on patrol. And I mean, I don't know, like, that's the same for everybody, whether they're in the military or as a civilian. I mean, we're supposed to just get up and get on with it. I mean, your mum or dad, bless them, dies. You have a couple of days off work, and then all of a sudden work's getting on your back because you've got to get back there. I mean, there's no people, not people, organisations and agencies say the right things, but they don't do the right things, do they? And that's down to us to change that, because not enough's been done, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, massively, mate. I agree with that one. 100%.
It's just,
you know, like we said, you know, it affects everybody differently. Like, but like, up until you experience it and you go through it yourself, you won't know, will you? It's mad.
no, you won't. Like, and I didn't know there was a problem in my life. I didn't know probably till about 6 years ago, and I've been carrying it on my back. And it didn't surface properly because I was always busy, and it's good to be busy.
Yeah.
But when you're not busy, if you've got these issues and demons or
coming out.
they come out and they surface. And a lot of it, a hell of a lot of it, stems from when we were children. I'd say that, this is just my opinion. I'd say that probably 75% of mental health issues are from when we was children and what went on as children. And they're buried, or you get on with it, or you're told to just get on with it, and they don't come out till years later,
Yeah, it's like kind of like stays with you like subconsciously, doesn't it? And then
of course it does. It
just
does.
creeps on you. And like you say, when you're not busy, and you're lying in bed and you're looking up at the ceiling and stuff at night, that's when that was probably the worst bit for me. It was
if I said I was drunk for 20 years when I went to bed, I'm not telling lies. I mean, I don't do it. I haven't drank for 5 years. I haven't got drunk for 5 years. I can't say I haven't drank, because when I go to see my wife, I have a couple of brandies, but I don't drink to get to sleep. And the only reason I drank, now I know this because I thought about it and researched my own self, is I drank to get to sleep because I did not like my own thoughts. And that came from the military, and that also came from my childhood, because I wasn't raised normally. I was dragged up, and I would even go as far as to say that probably most people over 40 were probably dragged up. And that's no slight on anybody. It's just the way it was, And it's just a shame. It's just, I feel sorry for everybody. And sometimes I get wrapped up in things, Yeah. I mean, my last podcast with the fellow that was in my regiment, and he left and he went into the French Foreign Legion. His upbringing, I was just blown away. He came out of Liverpool, and I think he's about the same age as me. And to be honest, his upbringing was like most people that come out the big cities in the 70s, 80s, especially the 80s, growing up, becoming an adult. It was tough. It was full on tough. And it's only now that I appreciate it. And
well, hopefully, like since then, I mean, I'm hoping that it's more. I mean, do you feel like that more's been done, like since then?
I think there's more acceptance.
Yeah.
But there's not enough counselling services available. I mean, I like I've said before, I was very privileged because I had my own psychotherapist to combat stress. And when they said, right, your time with us has come to an end, you've got to go out into Civvy Street and access it out here, that's extremely hard to do for me.
Yeah.
I mean, even, and I am quite privileged that the doctors, the clinics, everyone signed the Armed Forces Covenant, where actually, apparently, being a veteran, I go to the top of the tree, first in the queue. But it doesn't work like that. But then again, I've never played the card. I'm not going to play that card because I'm not special. But accessing services is extremely hard.
Yeah.
So I don't think we've moved. Yeah, we have moved forward.
The system's probably not the best. Like, I think that's like deteriorated, but I think because of that, like mental health spoke about more, but because of how the system is, it's harder to get things sorted like quicker.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I mean, it's out there and everyone knows that it exists, and there's turn to turn to us and Mind and different organisations that can help you, and that's fantastic. But it's all the people that go to work and they get bullied at work, and they get like problems at work, or they get, and it's not even the system or the government so much, it's the people they work with, and everyone's got to take a chill pill and take a back step and appreciate, try and get into their heads. Maybe we should do it at school, educate people, and that what is to treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
It's easy to say, isn't it? But people don't do that.
No.
You know, and like I could get really political on this, but I don't want to, because it's not about that. It's just the fact that we're all stuck in boxes, and I don't want to be stuck in a box. I'm a human being like you, like Joe Bloggs, like John Smith. We're all the same. So let's all treat each other a bit better, you know?
Nice. We've got some comments to read out as well, Dunk. We got Graham. Just a thought, lads, where I live, we have a group called Walk and Talk. It's for guys who are lonely, depressed, feeling sad. It started about 12 to 6 months ago, with about 3 to 6 guys meeting up. That's good,
That's
isn't it?
fantastic. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah.
It's 40 plus now, and they have started a woman's one now about a month ago. Might be worth looking into. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. I think that
creating that safe space.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
David, it's good to talk. Don't hold it in you. You're not alone. The Blues Brothers are here for you. Yeah, bang on, mate. And that's what this is for, mate. It's a safe place. Joey, sounds good, Graham. Fair play, fella. Jay, that is why you are successful, because you are real and you do it for others, not yourself. A rare trait, mate. Love you. Love you too, mate. I've been there, mate. I've been down that road, just same as Duncan. I don't want people, like, why I do this is because how I suffered. I don't want people to feel like how I did.
Yeah.
I want to help people, because honestly, it was hell. There's nothing more scary than being trapped in your own head, in my opinion. And if you can come out the other side of that, then yeah,
just I don't want people to feel like that. It's like, oh dear, I just get so frustrated.
Yeah, that's how I was though when I went through. Like you're just stuck in that. So I mentioned when I went to the counsellor the first time, it was just a complete blur. The whole day was talking to me, and he just literally going out one ear. I didn't even know where I was. It was just couldn't keep still, and it was horrible. Nothing worse than that, mate. Honestly, awful. So yeah, talking's massive. Fujimoto would be better, number 10, than Thor. Williamson, his footballing skills and ball control are exceptional.
I just love his name. I do. Fujimoto. It's so Japanese. It's like it's the best ever Japanese name. Fujimoto. It's like the what's that? The volcano in Japan, the big one. The Fuji use it for their cameras and all that, don't they? Like it's like that, and it's just wow. Imagine the songs we can sing for him if he comes and signs. Okay.
Oh, class, mate. That's it, mate.
Yeah.
We're on the
Fujimoto, eat sushi. Imagine it.
Lee Burke. Need special health, Colin from Lee Burke. Calvin, Blues on the way. Graham, I haven't gone, but I keep up with the Facebook posts. They have a breakfast, then a walk and a chat down the seafront. I think it's working here. We had a spate of suicides walking into the sea, etc. Keep right on. Madeline, I know.
Yeah.
There's a way out.
Yeah. Oh, mate. So where's Nick gone? Bless him.
I don't know. He's probably got an Uber.
Yeah.
Emu Games Master, it's good to be busy, but also not to overload yourself at the same time. Yeah, bang on, because you can get burnout, which has the keeping busy. Burning yourself out, which then can lead into the mental health stuff.
Yeah, that's true. It's getting that balance, but it takes a while to get that balance, doesn't it? But if you can get a balance to it, then you're onto a good winner there. Yeah, you really are. Yeah.
It's mad. It's like the only one that can help you is yourself. And it's like, with us doing this, it's like the old saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink the water.
That's true, yeah.
And the whole purpose of this is to show people that, there's no harm in talking about it. Look, I don't care what people think of me. I've said it, say it on every single video. I don't care. All I want to do is help. And by doing this, it's giving you that safe space where, if you don't want to go to the doctors or, you're not ready to speak to somebody like that, hearing, different experiences and that to try and bring it out to, there's no harm in not talking. And, when you do, mate, it's massive, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. It's the weight off your shoulders a little bit. And also, I think what's something that we don't really touch on is someone phones in and they talk and they think they're talking to you and me or Nick or so forth. But they're also talking to the viewers that are watching the show. Yeah. And also for the viewers that are going to tune in tomorrow or the next day. And they're going to see you bearing your soul, basically. And that's a big ask. So well done to all the people that do call in,
Yeah, definitely. And all the ones as well and stuff. And the ones that are watching.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Like the comments and that as well, Yeah, because, you're giving your time to watch something where you could be doing something else, something that you might find, a bit better, but you're giving up your time to watch this. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Big Town has put sleep is the massive issue, most important thing to get right. Good night's sleep loses you weight and your next day refreshed, ready to fight on. And that was one of the big things for me was sleep, because I had real bad insomnia because of how pent up I was, anxious and stuff. And I go to bed, I was tossing and turning, I just couldn't switch off. My head was racing. So getting the lack of sleep, it kind of leads on to the same day again. It's like Groundhog Day, every day is the same.
Yeah. Yeah, as I say, I used the alcohol to get me to sleep for 20 years. And then when I stopped doing that, I used sleeping tablets from the doctor. But to be honest, they were strong. Zimmervein, they were called. And one, they knocked me for 6. They made you drunk. And also the bad taste in my mouth the next day that lasted the whole day. I couldn't put up with them. So one of the biggest lessons in my life is the fact that for the last 5 years, I can go to my bed at night and just fall asleep without anything. So, I've got to be thankful for that,
Tony?
All right, mate, I'm ringing back.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Well, no one else is ringing, so I thought I'd keep you company.
Oh, thanks, mate. Big Tone's back.
Yeah, Tone, hello, bruv. Look, guys, I don't mean to be rude, but I've got about 4% left on here. And so if I go off, I go off, all right?
Okay. I wanted to bring up as well one thing that I use all the time now, which a lot of people don't seem to mention, is herbs and spices.
Yeah.
Because I have cut down on a hell of a lot of tablets that were basically fucking useless, keeping you drugged up. And my kitchen is absolutely racked with herbs and spices. And if you read up what they give you and what they do, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I've come from when I was bad using at least 10 ibuprofen every day. I use 1 now, maybe 2 on a bad day. So I've cut all them tablets down. I've put my blood pressure tablets down because there's things like turmeric and others that bring your blood pressure down. There's loads of herbs and spices that you can get, and it's fantastic, and I'm still learning about them. Pumpkin seeds, it's different stuff. But the thing I said about sleep, with my training, if I have a good night's sleep, because I weigh myself every morning now, if I train and sleep, I can go in the bathroom, and especially if I play golf, I'm about 2 to 3 pounds lighter. When I have a bad night, I'm fucking back up again.
Yeah.
So it's a battle all the time. But if you can conquer the sleep,
yeah.
I mean, personally now I use calms, night calms, and I use sleep patches, which are brilliant, and I get a lot more sleep now.
Tone, you know that calms? I used to remember they used to sell this thing in a little bottle with like an ear thing, but it's not for ears, it's for like a little squeegee, and it's in a glass thing, and you put it in the bottle, and it like it was a pet rescue remedy actually back in the day, and that works actually. That worked for me. It calmed me down. Like, and it does say in the bottle it is for humans, but you can give it to your dog or cat. You know. Yeah. It sounds way out, but like I've used that before, and that's been quite nice actually. Good.
There's a thing I watched when you remember lockdown.
Yeah.
I watched the guy. Do you remember the guy that got done for keeping his gym open? He was in Yorkshire or Sheffield somewhere.
Somewhere like that, yeah.
Well, I went onto his site and I read up on his stuff. And a few years ago, I had troubles down below in your nut patches, or whatever you fucking want to call them. And I had a growth. And it weren't deadly, but it was a growth. He told people, and he said, look, just don't listen to me. Read the things on his site. And people were saying, fucking hell, I took this. And within 6 months, my lump had gone, my cancer had gone. And it was, I can't remember the name now, that Summit Seeds. If you give me a second, I'll go and get the bottle in a minute, because I eat them all the time. And he said, if you eat 6 a day, you have to chew them really strongly. It cures ills, it cures cancer, it stops cancer. And I thought, fucking hell. Anyway, I got some. And I couldn't stand the taste of them because they tasted a bit like marzipan, and I hated that at fucking school. So what I do now is chop them up, and I add them to food. When you mix a drink, and I do it like that. And you know what? My lump has completely fucking gone.
It's good, Town.
Completely gone.
Find out what they are, Town, and message me.
Hey?
Find out what they are, Town, and send me a message as well, so I can
just give me 2 seconds, and I'll go and get it now.
Okay, mate. Oh. Big Town.
Yeah. He's good, isn't
he? Yeah, he's class. It's a good community, ain't it, Dunk?
Absolutely.
Friends for life.
I mean, like you asked me this morning, would I like to come on? And I went, yeah, wow, yeah.
Love you.
Apricot kernels.
Apricot kernels.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You can get them on Amazon.
I'll have to have a look at that.
Hey, and Dunk, you was talking about dog chewers. They've got to be legal because you can get them on Amazon. People stay clear of them. Because you know what it's got in it, but it's a minute, very minute thing. Is what's the thing that kills you? Fucking hell, that's the name again now. Cyanide.
Yeah.
A minute bit of it, but I'm not kidding you now. I've been taking them since lockdown. My lump has gone completely, gone, and all I do is. I just crush them up when I get them. You get them in big bags from Amazon, and I chop them up, put them in my jars, and then when I'm cooking, I just fucking throw some on.
Yeah, it does say that on Google. It says apricot kernels are the seeds found inside the hard pit of apricots. They contain amygdalin, a compound that can convert cyanide in the body, making them potentially toxic if consumed in large amounts. Traditionally, apricot kernels have been used in various cultures for their nutritional benefits and are believed to have anti-cancer properties. Additionally, they offer immune boosting and antitoxin effects. However, caution is advised due to their toxicity.
Well, like he said, oh shit.
Tone? You're right, Tone?
Yeah, I thought my phone had gone then.
Nah. Duncan's gone off. I think his battery's died.
Like he said, this guy at the gym, he eats 6 a day.
Yeah.
But he says if you eat them raw, you've got to really chew them. But I find it so more convenient. I've got mixers and everything. I just mix them up, and I'll throw them in food. I'll throw it in drinks. And I'll tell you honestly, mine wasn't a deadly thing, but it's fucking gone completely. But turmeric is a brilliant thing to eat.
Yeah.
Mix up garlic. I have loads of stuff.
Oh yeah, I have garlic. My nan, well, before she passed away, she was Italian, so that's to an extent you could say I'm a quarter Italian, but yeah, like, garlic's massive. Like I've always been brought up. I mean, my mum, without fail, every morning she'll have a raw garlic and swallow it whole. Like, yeah. And it's good for your blood. It thins your blood and stuff as well.
The last one, which I've had delivered 3 days ago, and I'm starting to use now, is these pumpkin seeds. I've seen a guy on one of these Tai Chi guys, and he's saying the best thing you can have for anything is pumpkin seeds. And he said, don't chop them up, don't do this, just throw them in a drink or throw them on your food. And I can hardly taste them, but I'll give them a go now. But I bet you I've lost 20 fucking tablets on a daily routine because I eat herbs and spices, and I'm better now than when I was popping pills.
Yeah.
So it's like I said to that lad at the Woodyard, when you get help, just don't listen to that one, listen to others, read books. And I said, I'll advise you now, the best thing you can do, like with my art therapy, I sent off for books in America. They're far fucking superior because it's like art.
More detailed.
Art therapy over there is more like colour therapy.
Yeah.
But their art, I've got books here, 5, 6 books that I've got sent, and they know how to deal with their veterans and the people that are ill over there. And I started teaching myself.
Yeah.
And I got a fortunate thing happened that I was in the art class and the teacher left and someone said, do you want to take it over? And I said, well, if I take it over, I don't want to be an art teacher. I want to teach this therapy that I'm working on. And they agreed.
Yeah.
And you know what? It built me up because after 6 months, sounds big-headed, but I had people saying, can I come and sit in your class? And they were from fucking hospitals, you know, the mental health. He said, we've heard such a lot about your fucking class and what you do. And I absolutely loved it. I loved it. And seeing to help people is just incredible.
Yeah.
But my life is that now. If you walked in my kitchen, you go, fucking hell, how many fucking herbs and spices stuff.
Graham's put a comment for you here, Tony. He's put try toasting your pumpkin seeds under a grill for a few minutes. They are a snack toasted.
Are they? All right, okay. I'm learning about them at the moment, so
there you go, Tone.
Yeah. See, you learn off other people as well and what they have.
Yeah.
But I love it. People walk in. I used to go, there's a coffee up here, I forgot what it's bloody called, and they sold this coffee in some lovely jars with just a clip on top. And I thought, fuck it, I'm going to keep all my herbs and spices in there. And I got about 50 on a rack in the kitchen. And anytime, I love cooking anyway, and I eat a lot of what they call stir fries and healthy foods, and I just throw all these fucking things in, and I do my drink mixes. And another thing that I did as well, because I don't like drinking water on its own, I like squash, and everyone was saying, well, it's better you just drink water. So now I get a watermelon, and I add watermelon to the water and to my other drinks. So I don't need as much water. I don't like the taste of water on its own for some reason.
Yeah.
And the other thing I drink is, this is a throwback to the past, is Vimto squash. I love the taste of Vimto.
Yeah.
So I put all my fruits in, and yogurt, watermelon. If I'm doing a creamy mix, I don't put any water in. I just put the watermelons in and then mix it up. And fucking lovely it is. Then I throw all the herbs and spices in and whatever.
I mean, like occasionally, I like having hot blackcurrant as well. That's really good for you.
Yeah.
It's really good.
But see, I find a problem when, I used to go to the Corwin gym just for mainly swimming. But you went in the gym, and then there was a young girl there, and then she was enthusiastic. Oh, you can't have squash, you got to have water. And it's like being in the fucking army again. It must put people off. It put me off, because I'm thinking, I want to enjoy this. I want to enjoy losing weight. I want to enjoy training. I don't want to be, you got to have this and you got to have that. I like to experiment, so I like people with a bit of a sense of humour and trying, they change and try different things. But things nowadays are too regimented, I think.
Yeah.
They read it from a book, don't they? And then they're
Yeah. Like, especially the people that you go and see, like if you got problems and that.
Like I said,
like you said about that one the one that listened to you and that, like you knew straight away that.
Well, all the others will watch it. And I tell you what, every time I went in, if it was weekly or fortnightly, they'd ask me to start at the start again. And I used to, what the fuck, I've told you all this, used to get me mad. She, as soon as I walked in, and go, right, we finished there. I understand that you done this and you was homeless then and you done that. She knew everything.
Yeah.
She didn't write in books. She didn't fucking look them up. And then I didn't even have to ask her what had gone on. I just knew something had gone on. She knew what she was talking about. And then she turned around to me, and she was from Mind, a Polish girl. And she said, I'm booking you in down at Denver to get you diagnosed, because they thought I was depressed. And she said, I think you've got PTSD. And then I went a week later, I think it was, and I got diagnosed as a top form of PTSD and something else. I can't remember what it was, but the PTSD. That meant then I could get the right fucking treatment and see the right people then.
Yeah.
And I got my money as well, so it's a big thing getting diagnosed, but I had to keep pushing for it. That's why I keep saying never, ever give up.
Mm.
And if someone tells you something you don't agree with it, just think, oh, well, okay.
I was always in that denial stage. I was at the start. It took me like a good few weeks to realise I was always in denial. Like, I'm not mentally, like I'm fine. Not there's something physically wrong with me. It took me ages to come to terms with it. Like, I don't know if it was because I was in denial or I knew deep down or what. I don't know. It was just it was just like I remember having that first conversation like you and he was like, you're depressed, you're anxious, you're suffering from panic attacks, and I just couldn't grasp it, and I didn't know how to take it, and it took me ages to realise it. mad.
Well, I lost my wife and 3 kids simply because if I'd have been diagnosed properly with PTSD then, we wouldn't have split up. But it was me acting fucking strangely mad, and yeah, I went on the drink, and then what happened then, I went on the doors, and there was battles between the door firms, and then someone said, we know where your family are and your kids. And then my wife was Cornish, and we were going to split up. I said, take them to Cornwall. Little did I realise that I'd hardly ever fucking see them again.
Yeah.
It took me 16 years to see my oldest daughter again. And the other 2, I met up twice. I've actually got pictures, and it's going to sound terrible, Jay, but they left when they were little fucking kids. I didn't know them.
Yeah.
They were grown up.
It doesn't sound terrible, though, mate.
And I think I'd never, ever slag my ex-wife off. But she's obviously told them some things, and they've took to it, haven't they? And I met up with my oldest daughter, and we got on, and I got on for ages. But the last couple of years now, it's gone again for some reason. I can't work it out. But I have said to her, I don't blame you, because really, I haven't been your dad. I've been a crap dad because of what happened. There's nothing I could do about it, really.
You can't help what you go through, Tom. Like I said,
No.
It's all differently, mate. It's you can't.
But you know what?
You can't blame yourself for that, mate.
My little secret is, I think they all think I'm stupid, because I got my other 2 daughters. I've got grandkids, but they don't think I fucking know.
Yeah.
But they use Facebook. Is it me being stupid? But I can follow them on that. My daughter's on my Facebook, and I can see how her life's going, because she went in the army and done a lot of things there, and she was trained as a surgeon's assistant, passed that in the army, and then fucking phoned me up and said, I'm going to start baking cakes. And she, I might be wrong in some of the actual facts, she's been on ITV, won competitions on ITV. She runs her own company now, teaching people how to make wedding cakes and other cakes. I see her work on Facebook. Not only is she stunning, but her fucking cakes are stunning. But
you sound very proud.
I can't talk to her, mate.
Yeah.
She never answers the phone. She doesn't answer me on this. So
have you tried dropping a message or anything, Town?
Yeah, I do all that, and I get nothing. I took the hints when the last 2 years I've sent cards down to my grandkids, and I haven't done it for vanity, but I thought she'd let me know because there was money in them. I send cash during the cards, and nothing come back. And then I thought, well, maybe she don't want to fucking know me, and we've had nothing since.
Yeah.
It's a hard one. It's a fucking hard one, mate. But I'm not too down, because I know they've all had a better life in Cornwall than the one they could have had in Birmingham. Because Birmingham, I don't know what it's probably like now, but it was a fucking shithole then, when all the drugs were coming out, and me being with the Doors, it was a fucking shithole. So they've had a better life in Cornwall. But
time's a good healer, though, Town.
Yeah.
And they'll realise as well, like at some point they're going to realise and think, I've wasted a lot of years without my dad, and I reckon that's what will happen.
I will say one thing about my oldest daughter is she met a guy, because she went on a thing around the world for the fucking year or so.
Yeah.
I'll tell you when that was. There was Bala the island, when they had, it was a fucking big wave or something hit the fucking island, and it was around about that time, And of course, there weren't mobile phones all that then. We never heard from her for 2 weeks, but she'd actually been there the week before.
Really?
Yeah, and she was living in Cornwall then, but she went back to a starting place in South Africa for the last week or so, met a guy from Bournemouth, and they've been married ever since. And he's a fucking lovely guy.
Fair play.
And I got a picture of my granddaughter on Facebook, not sent to me, but on Facebook. So I nicked the pictures now and I put them. She's fucking stunning. My daughter's stunning. But that's how I keep going, mate.
And you got us as well, Tom.
Yeah.
You've got us, mate.
The odd one people say, fucking hell, you must be... I am, but I've had fucking years of this. Years of it.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that they've had good lives. That's all I'll say. I'm happy that they've had good lives. And that's it. I'm not talking about them anymore now. I'm getting obsessed.
Movie Town.
But see, I think I can pass on things. That thing down the woodyard the other day with that lad was mind-blowing to me, because I was just talking, and he said, he couldn't thank me enough. And I just said to him, don't listen to the first person, push and push and push, go to other people and pick the best bits from everything. I said, I do meditation. You know what I've done now, and I'm not ashamed anymore to say it, in the last 3 months, I've found my God. And you know what? If you find your God, you ain't going to lose, mate.
No.
I pray every morning now. I meditate every morning. I've found my music to this. And I'll tell you what, honestly now, you'd be proud of my fucking gym at the moment, mate. I have set it out like a proper professional gym.
Fair play, Tom.
And
you send some photos later on the chat.
Yeah, I will. I've got a door and one part of the wall to finish painting. I mean, I've got loads around the house to finish.
Yeah.
But I'll photograph the gym and I'll show it. I'll put all the spongy floors down. I've done everything.
Fair play.
And I had to get rid of all my art stuff out that room.
Just so you could decorate it.
Yeah. And now, because my living room's so big, I've set up one of the corners. It's my place. Hardly anyone fucking comes here. So I'm going to have it how I want it now.
Yeah.
So right next to me, I'm sitting on the settee looking at the computer. If I stretch across, my art table's there now. And I'm building... I'm like an inventor. I got an old big TV with one of them wall brackets, a big wall bracket on it. And the TV went, and I've got a smaller TV now, and I think that's better. But what I've done now, on my desk, I've screwed it to the desk, put a board on, it's my easel now, and it fucking moves all over where I want it.
Yeah.
And I just think, fucking hell, did you invent that? I went to golf today, and someone said, fucking hell, Tony, we're going to call you DIY, because I've got a putter. I've made a long putter out all the shafts and the different grips, and I made a short putter as well. They said, we're going to call you fucking DIY Tone from now on. But they work.
Yeah.
They're not easy to make, but I love doing things like that.
Sadie's put on there, amazing call tone. We all bloody love you.
I love them all.
It's that
but I'll tell you what, you just said about your dad.
Yeah.
You know why? I'm not as good as him, honestly. He was a tour maker and an inventor. When he died, the Black Country Museum come to my dad's house. They had his maxi car, because he'd had it about fucking 25 years, because it was so good condition. He'd made lathes, he'd made everything in his garage, or extended his garage all around the back garden. He made everything. I'll tell you what, I was telling someone the other day, a true story. I went to him, I was about 27, 28, and I was doing my weight training. I just packed up running, and I said, you know what, Dad, I'm fucking pissed off with these weights, because all I had was these collars, and you had to use a spanner to click them on.
Yeah.
And I said, there's got to be an easier way. And he went, son, this is what it was like, and this is gospel truth. Give me a couple of days. I went back. He'd made the same collar, but he'd made a big bolt that was like not a U shape, an L shape with a screw on end.
Yeah.
And he screwed it in so you could just tighten it. And he said, now flick it the other way with your finger. And I flicked it, and it just spun out. And you put him up. And you know what? I've still got him in my gym now to this day.
Fantastic.
And I said to him that day, fucking painting them. But he didn't. They come out, didn't they? These, I forgot what they're called now. Fast release.
Yeah, fast release. Yeah, I see.
He was an inventor, mate. I've got a box out there. I've got his box camera he used to use. It doesn't work now, but I've still got it. And I've got a box of tools that he fucking made, like hacksaw blades that were special shapes to get under and inside. He was a fucking genius, mate. Genius at filmmaking. There you are, you know about my dad now.
Yeah, it's cool, mate. Sounds wicked. A lot of things he was making and stuff.
Well, I read his poem out at his funeral, and I ain't kidding. People were just crying.
Talented Town, mate. That was your original name, weren't it?
It was. Yeah. It was a bit. He could sound big-headed, but everyone was calling me fucking Talented Tony. So I thought, right, if ever I want a website, but my actual website, which I'm going to form, is when I was doing the art therapy. Yeah. I turned around to them and said, I want a name for this, and I called it Art of Recovery, and that's my heading, Art of Recovery. But that lad who I talked to at the woodyard, he saw my paintings on my hat, and I just forget. I've got, I don't know, 50 odd fucking t-shirts where I've hand painted. I used to get them, photographed on, but I haven't painted them now. I often get messed. Fucking hell, who's done that? Where'd you get that from? I said, I fucking painted it. Oh, I had to learn about that though. That you use special paint for clothes, but I learned things like when you've painted it and it's dried, put it in cold water and put white vinegar in, and it never leaks. Never fades and stuff. So, well, some of them have, because I've had about 15 years wearing them now. Yeah. But, I just wear them around the house mainly now, but I don't know, things like that keep me going. It keeps me alive. It does keep me alive. But I've got to say, I know I'm going on, but these two upstairs have made such a fucking difference to my life. No, I'm pleased for you, mate. It's always good having good neighbours as well, though. Yeah, it's just even the noise. I can hear them now. It's only soft footsteps, but the dogs and, and when they see me go out, you all right? Or they message me on here. They've taught me now on the chat. I didn't fucking know you can use the phone on the chat. Yeah. And they phone me on that because, I don't. That's why I phoned you back, Jay, because I've put some money on my phone. But it runs out. So I might as well fucking use it because I don't carry my phone anywhere. I don't take it anywhere. So I might as well fucking use it, why not? Yeah, well, don't use it all else. You can phone on the next one. No. Well, I'll wait till the next one and get some more then. But they've changed the way. It's gone up to 30 fucking quid to get one of them packages. Oh, yeah. Used to be 10 or 12 quid. Yeah. And because mine's an old phone, this is what I remember them saying, is you have to pay 30 fucking quid to get them and have it for a month. And oh, fucking hell. So now I can put a tenner on but it'll probably run out in 3 or 4 days. But then I'll go, you know, I might go 2 weeks without using it. So it's probably cheaper for me just to do it this way.
Fair play, Town. Same again, whatever works for you.
Yeah. They go mad at me everywhere I go. Why don't you carry your fucking phone? I said, do you know what? Does anyone know where I am? They can't track me. I don't want it buzzing when I'm fucking painting or playing golf or anything. I don't want them to follow me. I'm on my own. I'm with my mate. That'll do. Oh, well, you might get caught out and you could fucking die in Wales with the hills there. I said, if I'm going to fucking die, I'll fucking die.
Don't die, Town.
Fucking phones. I see them on the golf course and the face is in the phone all the time.
Yeah, I know. That's the generation that we're in, unfortunately, Town.
And they think I'm strange.
That's the irony, eh?
Yeah.
But Town, we've hit the 2 hour mark, mate.
All right, okay.
I've got me dad juices to do because the kids are. I can hear them outside. Dad.
Oh, is that Gallifin thing? That's another one I use. Ginseng, fucking great. That is.
Ginseng.
For everything. Not just down there, mate. It's good for everything.
Lee Harvey's put on there as well, Town, for you as well. Quickly, he's put, go and pay as you go, Town. Better deals for you and cheaper.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look at them now. The only problem is, Lee will know anyway, Vodafone used to be the only fucking phone that works in this village. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You get other, and they won't work here. So I'd rather not use my phone than have to fucking run up the hill to make a fucking phone call.
That's it, yeah.
But anyway, I'll bored you to death there and you're fucking me up.
I'm not, mate. I'm not fucking you up. I'd never do that to you, mate. Ever.
Honestly, Jay,
you know
and the people listening, I've gone through some fucking shit. But I know I'm winning even when I've had the bad times because I've explained to you what goes on now. You should have seen me a few years ago, what used to go on.
Yeah.
You know, I've been there going to commit suicide and I haven't been brave enough or fucking stupid enough to do it.
Yeah.
But I've been close. Now, I know I have a couple of walkabouts and bad times, but you know, at times I walk round here thinking, do you know what? I fucking love this retirement. I love this place I'm living. I love going to my golf. I love my painting, writing, music. I play my music all the time. I pray, I meditate, I do Tai Chi, I train. Is there anything fucking else I can do? And I wake up, open my curtains, and look at mountains.
That's it, mate. There you go. Got the natural view as well, Town.
Yes.
Keep right on, Ray. Keep right on, Ray. He's put ask Tony if he likes Bob Ross, the painter.
Well, I was just going to say, because I've seen that, Bob Ross is one of the first I really learnt off. Another one was, he used to be on Channel 4, Ashley someone, a watercolour artist.
Yeah.
And he lives in Hebden Bridge.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fantastic watercolour, and I used to copy them off the telly, basically. But Bob Ross, I loved it when he... I'll tell you what,
little bit of that green.
Yeah, and he'd go, oh, I'm in the tree, oh, fuck me, and one leaf wants to live next to another, and they're all in harmony.
He was good, isn't he? Yeah, he was good,
and I used to think, he had an early death, though, didn't he?
Yeah. He's not 50s, weren't he?
Yeah, his son does it now, though, and his family still do it. But the only problem is, his stuff is very dear to buy.
Yeah.
Brushes and whatever. But the good thing about art is, and people like me and them, is because we've made it more popular, the thing of the price of art stuff has fucking plummeted. Absolutely plummeted. Because other people are doing it now.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the last thing before I'm going to go, I said to someone the other day, he said, do you still sell your paintings? I said it's very rare because I don't like selling them, to be honest. Some I do. There's that woman who buys mine. But what I did about 6 years ago, I went onto a place in France called Artquid, and they said, can we, if you post your paintings on here, if you want to sell your prints, all you have to do is give us permission.
Yeah.
And we'll sell them. And I think then it was a tenner. Now it's 15 quid. If I sell a copy, I'll get 15 quid. And I said to someone the other day, 2 years ago, I needed something, probably car tax or fucking something. And within an hour and a half, I got 175 quid.
Bloody hell. Go on,
so if I want to sell them, I can. And I'll get thousands and thousands of likes all over the world from Artquid with my paintings on there. So it's just nice to be told, you know, that I like my paintings.
I like them, Town.
Well, when I send them to you, they're quite small. I'm looking at one now, or two, that I've took out one room and I'm putting them in the living room now, and they're huge. One's above my fireplace and one's in the cavity next to it. And I've painted the frames black, which has brought out all the colours in it. And I've got to say myself, they look fucking stunning. They look stunning.
Send some photos, Town.
Yeah, you've seen these paintings before, but when I send them to you, you won't get the full thing because they're not big enough. But and like I said, all my paintings, I've got animals hidden in there. And it's all stories. Even the ones I sell, I've got stories in it, dogs and elephants, and you can't pick them out unless you really look into it. I like to teach people how to look at a painting. There is a way of properly looking at a painting.
Yeah.
Sounds stupid, but there is, honestly. I learned that. Anyway, I'm fucking boring everyone to death now.
Sound. We love you, mate. We love you.
But this is boosting me again now.
Good.
I've got a day tomorrow.
You can have a good day tomorrow, Town. You're going to smash it again, mate.
It's a full day tomorrow of doing my flat and training because I haven't been able to get in my gym for a few weeks, but now I can. So I'll mix the both up and do both at the same time. So it's a full day tomorrow.
That's it, mate.
And my music will be blasting. So my neighbours will be fucking going out.
Superb, Town.
Anyway, I've loved it tonight, mate, and I know I've bored everyone.
You haven't. We love you, mate. We all love Big Town.
I love this group.
Thanks for ringing in, Town.
No problem, mate. No problem.
Thank you. It's always good to speak to you, mate.
And everyone that's still there, good night. Up the Blues, fuck the Villa. Hit on them and fuck them all.
Yeah, and don't bottle things up as well.
No, I know.
Talk to us. Now, I mean, for the people that are watching as well.
Yeah, but, Jay, I've said before, I can promise that now. When I'm bad, I won't.
Okay.
I have to go on my bed. I've sorted a way of dealing with it.
Dealing with it.
Yeah, and it's got to be on my own. It's like, last thing, probably here, the captain said to me, remember last year I went on the captain's away day? And he is captain again this year because he's done such a good job, and he's the head greenkeeper now as well. He's a fantastic guy. But he's called me the other day and said, you're not coming on the captain's away day this year. And I said, no. I said, for the one simple reason. When we go away, you have double rooms and single rooms. You've cancelled the single rooms. I cannot go in a double room because it's unfair to someone if I'm away, which I'm more vulnerable, and have a fucking fit. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
So I am going this year. I said I wanted to go, but if you're cancelling the single rooms, I can't do it, mate. And he said, oh, no problem. But it's little things like that you have to explain.
Oh, yeah, that was massive, yeah.
Yeah.
Massive.
Anyway, I was saying to all of them on here now, to all the Blues fans, fucking hell, we're going to have some... Oh, I've put my bet on today.
What have you bet, Tom?
We're winning the league.
Go on.
I've won some serious money at golf the last few weeks, you know.
Now, if you win big on this one, don't forget me.
This is the Blues.
I'm only joking,
To win
mate.
the league, I've got a bookie in rough in that's given me 35 to 1, and I think that's good. I might put more bets on, but I've put 30 quid on it, mate.
Go on,
So
Tom.
that's my season sorted now because I know they're going to win the league.
Superb, Town. Love you,
Everyone
mate.
listening, I love you all.
We love
Thanks
you more,
for
mate.
Don't get bored. Have a good night, and I'll see you when I see you.
I love you loads, Town.
And you, mate.
Keep
Ta-ra.
right on, mate. Up the Blues.
Hello.
Ta-ra, mate. But yeah, it's the end of the mental health stream. We've done 2 hours and 15 minutes. Everybody in the comments, everybody that supports the channel, I can't thank you all enough. And this is just something I do every month in case anybody hasn't seen it. You know, it's a safe place. Things you can get off your chest. We're not here to judge. We're just here to, you know, try and help. So it is another platform where you can talk to us, past or present experiences, and you know, there's all different forms of mental health and stuff. So yeah, I'm proud of everyone here. You've smashed it again. Another day tomorrow. We're all going to wake up positive. And to all the blue noses, keep right on. And thank you all for supporting me, as always. Love you all loads. And I'll see you soon.